Hey Gearfax friends, it's not that often that I'll review recording equipment, but sometimes things just stand out so much that I have to post a review. This is the Roland R07.
With the power button, you hold it in the downwards position for about 2 seconds and it comes on. Now the main screen comes up, we hit record and that puts it in standby so you can see the meter moving with my voice there, and when we press play we're recording. And now we have clarity. I'll just stop there again because one of the first things you might want to press when you start up with this recorder is the rehearsal button, and that will just check the ambient sound. Whatever you're recording, it'll analyze it for a full minute if you want it to, and it will set the gain accordingly. You can stop it at any time though, or if you want to you can press scene and set the scene manually. So it's on field recorder there at the moment. So that's your ambient recording, very high resolution, and it will just generally pick up everything in a room. It's great if you're taking sound effects out in a remote place or something like that. And all the other settings really are very self-explanatory. It's great that it's got loud practice, loud live situations. Those situations can be a little bit harder to sort of figure out where you should be at with gain. And you can manually change that sample rate, although it will change automatically depending on what scene you choose, but it's very easy to override that. You can have 16-bit or 24-bit recording. There are limiter options, plenty of ways to customize your recording. So just backing out of the menu now, I'll go back into recording mode. I find these buttons a tiny bit fiddly. My fingers aren't particularly large, but that's a really small record button. Then press play to begin, and now you can hear the difference in the clarity of my voice. Or can you? Did I have it set to the right scene? Okay, so we can't change scenes while we're actually recording, so I'll stop there. Back into scene mode. Okay, I had no scene selected at all, so let's go back to field recording. Or actually there's a better setting, and that's voice memo, which is exactly what I'm doing now. So we'll leave it on that, go out of scene mode, and restart our recording. So recording again now, and you can see that those bars as I speak are going up about 4/5 along that meter there. This is ideal, it gives us a really good signal to noise ratio. So the gain setup system really works well. And as you just saw then, the backlight goes off after a few seconds. You can override that as well if you want your backlight to be constantly on. And you can also set it so that the screen flips upside down. So if you have this suspended from a pole or something like that and you need to see that meter clearly, it's a great idea by Roland to have that flippable display. Let's stop the recording and try to do that. Okay, under display, the scene, rotate display, yes. And now it's upside down. So, like I said, if it was suspended from a audio technician's truss or something like that, display is still nice and legible. Stereo mics, of course, really, really clear. And a line in at the front, 3.5mm. There's our USB socket for communications, that power on button I showed you before. The headphone socket. And of course we've already had a good look at the front panel. I have to say I am having a bit of trouble getting Bluetooth to work. Pairing. I am sure. So we're in pairing mode, Bluetooth's on. Nope, not appearing. I guess there could be lots of reasons for that. This is an older phone, but no dice. You can transfer data reliably by USB connection though, and it also takes MicroSD cards, which really are not my favorite because they're very small and very fiddly to handle. Particularly this one. I know it's a little hard to see there, but it's really seated very deep in this recess right here, so I'm going to try to get it out with one hand. It's hard enough with two. Push it in, there's a spring-loaded system that pushes it out a little bit, but it's still way back there. You need a fingernail or two hands to get it out with the very tips of your fingernails. Really inconvenient. And then of course most laptops are going to need a converter like this one, so that's another little inconvenience, but not too much of a drama.
And that's the Roland R07 Gearfax friends. I hope you found that review useful. I certainly found the R07 to be an extremely versatile and very well made machine. Best thing I've seen from Roland in a long time. Thanks for watching Gearfax. Please like, comment or subscribe. Hit me up with any questions and I'll see you on the next one.